frankly don't see what all the fuss is about.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 biopic actors who look exactly like the real people.
So I have to stand here today as what I was when I was born, a black man.
For this list, we'll be looking at the performers in biographical films that most resemble their real-life counterparts. We'll only be taking into account the actors' initial physical appearances, so those that underwent heavy prosthetics won't qualify. What's the closest celebrity lookalike you've ever seen? Let us know in the comments below. Number 20, Jason Mitchell as Eric Eazy-E Wright, straight outta Compton. It takes more than a passing resemblance and some rapping skills to bring this artist to life. Don't get us wrong, Jason Mitchell definitely had those covered. But what really set his performance apart is how he conveyed Eazy-E's distinct attitude.
I don't even know how to take that. I got my collar shirt on, brought you to this nice restaurant.
Okay.
Really?
Mitchell used that personality to adjust how he moved, how he spoke, and most importantly, how he looked. The result is an impersonation that borders on uncanny. It's even more impressive considering the caliber of his co-stars. After all, casting Ice Cube's own son as his film counterpart is a pretty tall bar to meet. But Mitchell's impeccable physicality met those expectations and then some.
We got business to take care of. I'll see you in a minute.
Number 19, Austin Butler as Elvis Presley. Elvis.
Well, you may go to college, you may go to school, you may have a pink Cadillac, but don't you make nobody's rule. Now, baby, come back and baby, come.
This is the role Austin Butler was born to play, and all it takes is one look to see why. That's no hyperbole either. Anyone with eyes can tell that he and Elvis Presley have scarily similar features, all the way down to the shape of their faces. To say nothing of Butler's work in the film. He put on a few wigs, changed his voice, and voila, the spitting image of Elvis Presley appeared. In fact, Butler's appearance is so convincing, he could almost pass as the real thing. Even throwing aside the hair, makeup, and costuming, you simply can't help falling in love with this casting.
Right now, let it come true right now.
Number 18, Ashton Kutcher as Steve Jobs. Jobs.
What it represents is as important as what it is. It's a tool for the heart.
On paper, you wouldn't think there'd be much overlap between an innovative tech genius and a model-turned-actor, but Ashton Kutcher's turn in Jobs begs to differ. If you need convincing, look no further than their cheekbones. Still not enough? How about their hairstyle? We could go on, but it probably is faster to list the attributes they don't have in common, like Jobs' signature black turtleneck. Thankfully, the movie provided Kutcher with that one. It was the last piece he needed to pass as Steve Jobs' long-lost twin. Even though the movie itself didn't quite connect with audiences, most agreed that Kutcher's casting was a surprisingly inspired choice.
Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.
Number 17, Jennifer Lopez as Selena Quintanilla Perez. Selena. The search for Selena's leading lady constituted one of the largest casting calls in Hollywood history. Eventually, the team settled on Jennifer Lopez, and the response was mixed, to put it lightly. The New York City native was criticized for not being a true Mexican-American, but Lopez silenced all the naysayers with a thoughtful, nuanced, and jaw-droppingly accurate performance.
Number 1, my God, can you believe it? Woo! After all these years, and then all of a sudden, bang!
In hindsight, it's not too surprising. Outside of their obvious physical similarities, Lopez stayed with Quintanilla Perez's own sister to study the singer's recordings and home videos. The family even commended Lopez's faithfulness to the part. If that's not the highest praise a biopic can get, we don't know what is.
'Cause I'm dreaming of you tonight till tomorrow. I'll be holding you tight.
Number 16, Morgan Freeman as Nelson Mandela. Invictus. If you ever wanted to learn more about Nelson Mandela, there's plenty of biographies to choose from. Or you could just rent Invictus and watch Morgan Freeman prove why he's the best of the best.
I am here to tell you, have no such fear. What is verbe is verbe. The past is the past. We look to the future now.
The posture, the gait, the rhythm of speech. Freeman's entire performance is a complete mirror to the real-life Mandela. Of course, none of these would matter if he didn't look the part, but thankfully, Freeman's got that down pat, and he doesn't even need that much makeup to do it. From their greying hair to the spots on their cheeks, it's obvious that Morgan Freeman was the right guy for the job.
You're risking your political capital. You're risking your future as our leader.
The day I am afraid to do that is the day I am no longer fit to lead.
Number 15, Paul Dano as Brian Wilson, Love and Mercy.
God only knows what I'd be without you. And the last verse repeats one more time.
Whenever an actor plays a real person, there's always a pressure to do them justice. But Paul Dano's portrayal of Brian Wilson also had to compete with several other high-profile imitations, including in Love and Mercy. That's a tough position to be in. And yet Dano was halfway to brilliance based on his looks alone. While the actor did put on some weight for the role, the way his rounded face resembles a young Brian Wilson is something you can't teach in acting school. Once Dano steps behind the microphone, you could easily pass it off as a restored cover of a Beach Boys album. This casting was 2020. That's all we're saying.
Blame you. There's a lot to lose out there.
Oh, this is a lot harder than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it is.
Number 14, Philip Seymour Hoffman as Truman Capote. Capote.
Because since I was a child, folks have thought they had me pegged because of the way I am. You know, the way I talk. And
Given his undeniable resemblance to Truman Capote, you'd think that someone as versatile as Philip Seymour Hoffman would be able to tackle this role with no problem. But that wasn't the case. Instead, the actor spent 4 months perfecting Capote's mannerisms and speech patterns before he even stepped foot on set. The commitment definitely paid off in the acting side of things, and yet no amount of research could ever replicate just how much Hoffman looked like the late author. Their distinctive noses and mouths are simply impossible to ignore. Still, it's a testament to Hoffman's work that even though it's his face on the screen, you only ever see Capote.
And after years of this, she just left me with relatives in Alabama.
Number 13, Ben Kingsley as Mahatma Gandhi. Gandhi.
I am, therefore, an attorney.
After this, they may never be able to make another high-profile movie about Gandhi ever again. That's because, quite frankly, it's hard to imagine anyone playing the part as authentically as Ben Kingsley. We're not even talking about the acting. On a pure physical level, he looks like a photo of Gandhi brought to life. It's nothing short of remarkable that someone in the modern day has the activist's exact nose and body type, let alone that Kingsley's also an actor who was in the right place at the right time. Based on the Academy Award he won, it's safe to say he acted as good as he looked.
I am aware that I must have given you much cause for irritation, Your Excellency. I hope it will not stand between us as men.
Number 12, Gwilym Lee as Brian May, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Remember our last concert? The crowd were singing our songs back to us. I mean, it was deafening, but it was wonderful.
Fittingly, this Queen biopic proved to be the crown jewel of one-to-one casting. While star Rami Malek had a few vocal detractors, there was no such fanfare for the supporting cast. For example, Joe Mazzello, whose lanky frame made him a natural fit for John Deacon, but even he doesn't look as picture perfect as Gwilym Lee's Brian May. There's just no mistaking that chin. Throw in a convincing wig and it might as well be May himself up there on stage. The likeness is good enough that it will leave you wondering, is this real life, or is this just fantasy?
We're a band. That's what bands do. Album, tour, album, tour.
I need a break.
Number 11, Joaquin Phoenix as Johnny Cash, Walk the Line.
When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy. Don't ever play with guns.
If you close your eyes during this film, you'll hear Johnny Cash's twangy cadence in all its glory. The catch is that if you open them, you'll still see Johnny Cash, or rather Joaquin Phoenix playing Johnny Cash. Not that there's much of a difference visually speaking. Phoenix's thin face and bustling screen presence is an extraordinary match for the iconic musician. That extends to every part of his performance too. Phoenix played and sang all of Cash's songs in the movie, and you'd be forgiven for assuming they were the originals. Clearly, this is so much more than a mere impersonation. It's a living, breathing recreation of everything Johnny Cash.
I went right home and I went to bed. I stuck that loving 44 beneath my head.
Number 10, Eddie Redmayne as Stephen Hawking, The Theory of Everything. For this film, Redmayne accepted the challenge of playing the theoretical physicist with a debilitating case of ALS. Despite being offered the role without an audition, he prepared for months by binging on documentaries and video clips of Stephen Hawking.
I have 2 years to live. Sorry?
But Redmayne's hard work and dedication to perfecting Hawking's speech inflections and mannerisms only supplemented the physical similarities.
Hold on. Who is talking to me right now? Is it you, or is it a sentient computer pretending to talk on your behalf?
It's me.
After seeing the film, Hawking reportedly emailed the director to praise the portrayal, saying that there were certain points where he thought he was watching himself. It's no wonder Redmayne earned the Best Actor Academy Award that year.
Does that mean that there is a universe out there where I am smarter than you?
Yes, and also a universe where you're funny.
Number 9, Salma Hayek as Frida Kahlo. Frida.
Tell me your plans, Frida.
Actor Salma Hayek and painter Frida Kahlo are both Mexican artists, but the similarities don't end there. Just as Kahlo's passion bursts out of the self-portraits she's painted, Hayek's charisma surges from the screen. Both personalities are professionals and pop culture icons, so Hayek was an excellent fit for the role. She was actually so inspired by the surrealist painter's legacy that she made every effort to land the part. She tracked down one of the exes of Kahlo's late husband for direct access to her paintings, and even assembled a supporting cast of her own. In this case, Salma Hayek saw Kahlo in herself, and now that we've seen the final result, we have to agree.
Enough. If you want to go, just go.
Number 8, Gary Oldman as Sid Vicious, Sid and Nancy. Can you tell which is the actor and which is the musician? Back in the 80s, Oldman bore such an uncanny resemblance to the Sex Pistols' Sid Vicious that they were practically indistinguishable. However, despite the physical likeness, Oldman had no interest in the musician or his genre and, according to the DVD commentary, had to be pressured by his agent to take the role.
You really think you can buy Sid off of me? You.
But once he accepted it, Oldman went all in, starting a crash diet so he could even more closely resemble the practically emaciated musician. While that ultimately led to his hospitalization, the performance Oldman delivered is eerily spot on.
Just wait and see.
Number 7, Val Kilmer as Jim Morrison, The Doors.
Nothing will destroy our circle. Ride the snake.
Director Oliver Stone considered Val Kilmer for this biopic about The Doors frontman after seeing his striking physical likeness to Morrison in the 1988 film Willow.
Come on, let me out of here, Eric. Give me a sword. I'll win this war for you.
And Kilmer was so enthused about the opportunity that he made his own Jim Morrison impersonation reel to cement the director's decision. Once booked, he lost all the weight necessary and learned 50 of the band's songs.
The blue bus is calling us.
What's more, Kilmer reportedly went full method for this one. He dressed, behaved, and lived like Jim Morrison for a full year before filming. But perhaps even more impressive is the fact that members of The Doors themselves were unable to distinguish between the two singing voices.
Jim Morrison, the god of rock.
Number 6, Robert Downey Jr. as Charlie Chaplin. Chaplin. Although Charles Chaplin's career spanned over 75 years and quite a bit of Hollywood film history, the average moviegoer knows him best from his time as a silent film star. And although Robert Downey Jr. did an admirable job speaking and acting as Chaplin the man, it's the non-verbal language that stands out most. Everything from Chaplin's posture to his silhouette was duplicated for authenticity's sake, since Chaplin was such a physical actor.
God damn you, Chaplin, what are you trying to do to me?
In addition to mimicking his affectations, the dedicated Downey Jr. also learned tennis and took violin lessons for some scenes.
Call this one out.
And since Downey Jr. looked the part as well, the final result was practically perfect.
To include this kind of scum.
You'll have to forgive our famous young friend, the artistic temperament. But what you're saying is...
Number 5, Denzel Washington as Malcolm X. Malcolm X.
We must work together. We must find a common solution to a common problem.
A pair of glasses and a haircut were all that was required for Denzel Washington to physically transform into one of the most influential human rights activists and political figures of the civil rights era.
More personality than anything else.
But there's more to Malcolm X than that. There's attitude, charm, and a determined manner of speaking as well. And Washington nailed every aspect.
Or you should never join any organization unless you know exactly what it's about.
It's an iconic and controversial role, but with Spike Lee in the director's chair and Washington's eye for nuance, the charismatic actor was able to not only give an Oscar-nominated performance, but also to convince non-believers that despite a few physical dissimilarities, he could effectively portray Malcolm X at multiple stages of his life.
It's a human problem, not an American problem or a Negro problem.
Number 4, Daniel Day-Lewis as Abraham Lincoln.
Come February the 1st, I intend to sign the 13th Amendment.
Abraham Lincoln lived before a president's mannerisms could be captured for all time, so it's difficult to critique the accuracy of Daniel Day-Lewis's portrayal. However, thanks to available archive photos and memoirs, this famous method actor was able to bring Lincoln to life in an Academy Award-winning biopic portrayal.
Why, for instance, is this thus? And what is the reason for this thusness?
A picture is worth 1,000 words, and Day-Lewis had little more than that in order to channel the pensive, objective, self-aware, influential, and articulate 16th President of the United States. But the English actor's screen presence is so strong that all he needed to excel in this historical drama, other than his excellent acting chops, of course, was extra facial hair.
Just this once, Mrs. Lincoln, I demand of you to try and take the liberal and not the selfish point of view.
Number 3, Michelle Williams as Marilyn Monroe. My Week with Marilyn.
I'm 30. I guess that makes me an old lady to you.
Marilyn Monroe was undoubtedly a singular star, but the similarities between the real Marilyn and the one in this film are still striking.
Tomorrow I'm on television. You remember I told you about it?
In this not-so-typical biographical drama, Michelle Williams did not have to portray Monroe through an extended period of her life. Instead, it's about, as the title suggests, a 7-day period during the film shoot of The Prince and the Showgirl.
You know what's going to happen? I'm going to fall in love with you.
Perhaps more scandalously, the film also portrays the blonde bombshell's alleged affair with her personal assistant.
Are you frightened of me, Colin?
No.
Good. Because I like you.
The biopic format allowed Williams to showcase different aspects of her own abilities by channeling the actor, the lover, and the singer in her. It also earned her a well-deserved Golden Globe Award. Number 2, James Franco as James Dean. James Dean.
I got James Dean, Jimmy Dean, and Byron Dean.
To say that Franco bears an uncanny resemblance to the rebel without a cause would be an understatement.
I bet you see right through me, don't you?
But to portray someone in a biopic, an actor must do more than look the part. To master his role in this made-for-TV film, Franco scrutinized all 3 of Dean's movies and picked up a number of his habits, like smoking, playing instruments, and riding a motorcycle. He also picked up on Dean's more intangible qualities, from his attitude and swagger to what Franco characterized as a pervasive loneliness.
Did that doctor tell you anything about me?
In the end, James Dean is a symbol of teen angst and non-conformist behavior, and Franco depicted him to a T.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Jamie Foxx as Ray Charles. Ray.
I mean, you told me to find my own voice. This is it.
For his Oscar-winning performance, Jamie Foxx was inspired by Ray Charles's ability to overcome both poverty and disability to find success. And with loads of talent of his own and more than a passing resemblance to his subject, Foxx completely transformed into the blind soul music pioneer many years his senior.
Now, baby, listen, baby, don't you treat me this way, 'cause I'll be back on my feet someday.
Although Foxx didn't dare imitate Charles's singing voice for the film, he did dedicate himself to duplicating everything else he could to represent the man. He even rehearsed with his eyes glued shut and took lessons in Braille.
Exactly. Other than that, you were doing swell.
Foxx was also fortunate enough to play piano with the musical genius, and it certainly shows in the film.
I know about everything. I'm just trying to figure out how you did it.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.